Well, I guess this is my first attempt at recording a YouTube video. I don't entirely know what my channel is gonna be about just yet. I think I want to walk and talk, get outside, enjoy some of the countryside air, and just talk about what's on my mind. I feel like I'm in a huge period of growth right now, and a lot of what's going on in my life has been pretty difficult lately. But also, I can't gripe. A while back when things first started to really unglue, I just kind of tried to ignore it, and each and every day that life I had worked towards moved away from me. And I got bitter about it more and more as it was going on. And nowadays, after losing so much already, instead of just getting caught up in it and choosing to double down on being bitter, I'm trying to do different things that I wouldn't have done a year ago. And I guess a literal example of that would be making a YouTube video. And we'll see where it goes. Genuinely, I think I'm just gonna document myself for a bit while I'm trying to change and grow. Over the next couple of weeks, I'll try and upload at least every other day, I think. That way I have a day to marinate and think on what I want to talk about. But also, I'll have the consistency and the schedule, hopefully. I'm not actually expecting this to go anywhere. But it'd be cool if it did, right? And, well, we have these stupid phones in our pocket. Look at that sun. And they can do this. You can record whatever. You can talk into the camera. You can play some video games. You can teach people a skill you know. You can be funny. And so, what does it hurt for me to just talk, walk around and upload? I can start out here in my own yard. I'm gonna try and not show anything too personal, like my own house or anything, but I am in a wooded area a bit of ways behind my home. Do I like living in the country? It has its pros and cons. It's mighty quiet out here, so as somebody who regularly needs a moment to think, I can find a quiet moment, and that's valuable. But also, I'm a bit of an extrovert, so I regularly find myself longing for companionship that I just seemingly can't get enough of out here. And I think I do like living in town and going out to state parks and stuff for my quiet nature more than I actually like living out here. But that's okay. It's not permanent. The situation is agreeable with me for now. And, well, quiet space to do this. One of the channels that inspired me also kind of does a walk and talk. I won't name drop any other channels I like just yet, but I will say he was a regular inspiration for me. I always think it's funny because in his videos he'll be out walking and he just goes and turns it and looks at someone and goes, "Hello," as he's walking by him. And I can appreciate that I'm not having to interrupt my content right now to do that. I might do face forward content, but I'm still kind of deciding what exactly I want to do. I feel like if I talk about really personal stuff, just for the people I care about's sake, I'll keep my face off the internet, as to allow my loved ones, and even people I don't like as much, to maintain their anonymity. Yeah, English. If I just decide to talk about how I'm feeling and walk around, or talk about other things, I have a few ideas. In fact, my next video will probably just be me talking about would-be video ideas. And I'm gonna have to get better at holding this camera straight, that's for sure. I kind of have shaky hands. So yeah, the next video will be video ideas, probably. Or I will have already had an idea by then, and I will just address that at the start of the video. I got quite a bit of woods here I can walk, and I got some parks nearby that I'll probably walk for some of this. And we'll just go as we go. We'll make a video every here and there, and get some of what I'm thinking out. My head has slowly been straightening out, actually. I feel like I'm more in touch with myself than I've been in a long time. And it could just be the self-help porn content that motivated me. But I don't actually think that's the case, because I'm quickly seeing changes in my life that reflect the changes in my mind. And it's hard to ignore that. Like, really hard to ignore that. I'm sure even if I do face forward, I will probably do some somewhat more revealing content about myself, where I just talk about my past and things like that. While I'm recording this, I still haven't even came up with a channel name. I've had a couple ideas. Walk and talk felt too generic. Stepping off the curb sounded too edgy, but actually, one of my biggest hurdles in life has been not being able to drive, something I've tackled recently. But at 20, I still kind of got up on my feet. I moved out. I'd walk like an hour and a half to work, and like one way, and that's what I had to do to get by, right? And so when I said like stepping off the curb, it caught me after that it was kind of like edgy. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna walk in front of a car. No, like, stepping outside and walking to work was the beginning of my liberation a decade ago. And so yeah, as you can see, I'm still contemplating a channel name. I might just use my own name, but again, if I'm gonna be telling my like most private laundry, I probably should spare other people's privacy. I actually don't care if people know my name or see my face, but I'm figuring out how deep I'll go into talking. Once I have that idea, I'll decide if I keep the camera facing outwards, looking at a beautiful horizon, or if I'll put my old mug up on Facebook? Up on YouTube. And we'll see how that goes if I do that. And we'll see what channel name I pick. So, some other personal details about me to try and maybe tickle the viewer audience to come back and watch part 2. Let's see. I couldn't tell you who my father is. My mom was married to this gay man when she conceived me. They were like the hidden, the hidden couple back then, right? And the would-be biologic father, which I guess was a couple options, didn't want anything to do with me, but this man did, and he would pass a year later. So, ironically, I have almost like multiple different fatherless experiences that I've learned to process. And over the years, starting there has gotten me into other points of trouble, right? So, nowadays I'm just trying to get to peace. Each and every year, I let go of a little more anger. I get a little bit longer a pacifism streak. I take a serious pride in those two things. People feel like they can talk to me now more than they used to. And I like that a lot. But I know there's still a long road of growth ahead of me. I have so much on my mind. And I think that's the reason I'm actually making videos. I don't know, we'll see if I succeed, right? Like, we'll see where it goes. To me, right now, it's not actually about, like, becoming a big YouTuber or anything. I need to compartmentalize my mind, and I'm not seeing a downside to doing it this way right now. So, I suppose we're gonna progress forward with that. The lovely boy right in front of you, that's my dog. He's a good boy. And I probably gotta stop saying don't I? Well, so with that in mind, I think I'm gonna call it here, because this is kind of a starting point, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? Like little 13-minute video. If I get some views, that'd be sick. But to anyone who's watching and just is feeling lost in life right now, maybe me talking about, well, the fact that I'm kind of lost in life right now, and the path I'm making an attempt at to get over that will help you. And if it does, that's awesome. Leave me a comment. Tell me, like, what, just right away what I'm doing wrong. Like, if I'm using some bad word choices, I can tell I need to hold this camera better, obviously. And anyone who has watched, thank you so much, and I hope you have the loveliest of evenings.